Hi, I'm Fran. I'm a fourth year undergrad at St Hugh's College studying physics, and in my spare time I like to play for the university's Quidditch team. So let's get started with some of the questions. So first of all, big question, who is your hero? So in terms of physics, I think the easiest person for me to say, and it's kind of an obvious one, is Dame Jocelyn Bell Burnell. And she helped with the discovery of pulsars when she was like either a PhD student or a postgrad, and it was one of the most exciting things that happened in astrophysics in the last century. And she wasn't recognised for it for a while, and her supervisor got the Nobel Prize. But like last year she received a prize for it and got like £2 million in prize money, and then just donated it to help other people get into science, which I think is just really cool, as well as her being an amazing scientist and just like generally great in so many ways. Question 2. Describe yourself in 3 words. This is a good question. It's hard to think of just 3, but I would probably say motivated. I really like physics, and I think one of the things that has made me like get through my degree is that just like I really enjoy doing it more than anything else. Secondly, I'd say independent. I like to figure out things for myself. I like to try and get to grips with the material and try and like do my own research and see what's happening, although like I do like working with other people too. And thirdly, I'd probably say dedicated as well. I think you have to be quite hardworking to get through the sciences, because it's not just about being Einstein and being a genius and coming up with great ideas. It's sometimes about really struggling to get to grips with something, but when you do, it's just like the best feeling. Next question is, what advice would you now give your 12-year-old self? Keep doing maths. I love maths, and it's been the most helpful thing that I have done like in my high school career. Like when I was like 11 and 12, I was doing like the maths challenges. They were so great, and they taught me so much about like thinking, about problem solving and creativity. And generally I would say keep doing maths and keep being curious and asking questions in school, outside of school. Ask your parents things, ask your friends things. Just keep being curious and keep doing maths pretty much. The next question is, where do you see yourself in 5 years' time? So I'm in the last year of my undergraduate degree, which means that now I'm thinking about going into the terrifying real world. And at the moment what I'm doing is applying for PhDs. So either I will still be doing a PhD in 5 years' time if I don't get a place this year, or I will have just finished a PhD and then maybe I'll hopefully be moving into going into research. What I want to do is atmospheric physics, so that's how the air works, how the ocean works, and how we get weather and stuff like that. And I would really love to be like starting to get to grips with research in that field in around 5 years' time. And the last one is, what is your favourite invention? Okay, that's really cool. That's a really interesting question. I think my favourite invention is the satellite, because without satellites we wouldn't have mobile phones, we wouldn't have the internet, we wouldn't have like amazing technology which allows us to communicate with people all over the world. But not only that, we have satellites for Earth observation, and the fact that we can send a little camera up into space and look back on Earth and see so much of Earth that we can't just figure out from land. We can see how the light reflects off it, we can see like what's happening in the ocean, we can predict the weather, we can see what weather's happening and understand how storms work. And yeah, generally I think the idea that we managed to 1, get things into space, and then 2, use them and make our lives so much better is really exciting to me. So yeah, I think that's my favourite invention. I've been Fran, and that's why you should study physics.